Well, since 2021, the Bank of America Better Money Habits team has surveyed Gen Z to better understand their financial behaviors. This year's study focused on Gen Z Americans ages 18 to 28, looking at how they save, how they spend, and the challenges they face. And Lena Evans joins us now to share tips to help them build a strong financial future. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, first off, how is Gen Z feeling about their financial future?
Well, as we all know, the transition to adulthood is an eye-opening experience. I actually talk with my daughter, who's Gen Z, about it often, and it's interesting to me that her eyes are still being opened as we go through this. But finances play a super huge role in that. Obviously, the transition to living on your own, buying all your own groceries, spending your own money on entertainment and fun can really shine a light on your spending habits and your pain points in financial success. So really important for Gen Z to start thinking about their spending habits now to create a stable financial footing early and set themselves up for success throughout their entire life.
Yeah, definitely important. And I know that everyone faces financial barriers to a certain degree, maybe differing depending on who you are and what your lifestyle looks like. For Gen Z specifically, what are some of these barriers that they see in everyday life? You
know, the big thing for Gen Z right now is living on their own for the first time without family members or roommates can really induce some financial stress. And over half of Gen Z, 51%, cited the high cost of living as the top barrier to financial stress. Additionally, over a third of Gen Z reported that as they started supporting themselves, they were really surprised at their total monthly spending, at how much higher it was than they expected it to be. And frankly, Gen Z this generation is seeing high costs for groceries, higher costs for prices when dining out, and an increase in the cost of rent and utilities. But good news. Even amid the financial stressors, 2/3 of Gen Z are really positive and optimistic about their financial future, which is really great to hear.
Wow, that really is. And I know that a lot of us are really feeling those higher costs. But when it comes to Gen Z specifically, I know you mentioned really high cost of living. What are some things that they're doing to combat that?
We gotta love Gen Z and their creativity. I mean, the internet didn't even exist when I was around, but 41% started shopping at more affordable grocery stores, 23% cut back on dining out, 18% started using a budget. And this is the great thing, 12% have picked up a side hustle. That's where that creativity comes in, right? We're seeing a small uptick in this generation taking actions like contributing to a savings account or to a retirement plan. And this is my favorite part. Our study also shows that Gen Z still treats themselves too. 57% celebrate wins or cushion bad days with a weekly small treat. I'm all about a treat yourself as long as it makes sense and it's little. But
within moderation.
We love a treat yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, really quickly, if people are looking for resources, where can they go?
My favorite resource is our BetterMoneyHabits.com website. It's completely free. You're going to find all the categories that you're looking for, a quick hit on some credit tips or really in-depth stuff on how to save and budget.
Amazing. Well, Lena, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.